Now it's time for my special guest. He's only 37 and is one of Labour's biggest stars. Believed by many to be a future Prime Minister, please give a huge welcome to Chuka Umunna. Welcome to the show.
Well, I'm flat. Thanks for having me on, man. I'm flattered. I'm flattered to be here.
Well, we're delighted.
Like, why have you got me on your show?
Well, Owen Smith pulled out, and well, because you're a genuine star of the political scene at the moment.
Oh God, I don't know about that, but
oh, but you
it's
must.
Good to be here. It's good.
Well, I'm glad that you're happy to be here.
Yeah.
Do you often get called a smooth operator?
What, by Kevin, probably. Not really. I'm not sure my wife would say I'm that smooth. But...
Well, more about that later, hopefully. Sounds like there's an exclusive on the way.
Steady.
Now, the referendum still, and Europe, really is the dominant issue in Britain today. And you were deeply involved in the referendum campaign, campaigning for Remain. Did you find that quite a bruising experience?
Well, actually, the last time I was here in these studios was for the announcement. I came here, this is where they did the referendum programme, and I did the hour with David Dimbleby that they announced the result.
Oh, my
And so we just left here. I mean, it's weird coming back here, completely shell-shocked.
I thought you were going to say completely shit-faced.
That came later.
How do you deal, as still a young man, with the demands of everyday politics, the need to stay on message during interviews, and the need to balance being professional with being a person?
I think, you know, politicians are as flawed as anyone else. You know, I've said stupid things and been foolish, and everybody has. And
so what sort of stupid things?
Well, I'm not going to go into that.
Oh, just one. Any gaffes?
Any gaffes? Oh, God. Andrew Neil. Andrew Neil. So I think this was in the lead-in to the Scottish Parliament elections in 2014.
OK.
And he said, you know, you lot, you've got your Labour shadow cabinet in Scotland is full of a bunch of second-rate non-entities. You know, who are these people? And I said, and I'd been put up because nobody else would do it that night. And I said, I think that's totally unfair, Andrew. These are extremely talented individuals who care deeply for, you know, Scotland and have got a radical plan to transform the nation. He said, OK, name 3 of them. And I'm like, you know, when you just have that... What did Natalie Bennett call it? Like brain fade?
Yeah.
But I had that in extreme. And I was like... so I named 2 people, and it was just a classic kind of gotcha moment. And but I just thought, look, you know, I was like, I'm not a Scottish MP. I don't know who they all are. But you said they were good. They were good. And I'm just like, oh, I know, I did. Just get me off this programme. But he got me. He knew it, you know. He got his... It was like... With Andrew Neil, it's a bit like an extreme pub quiz designed to kill you. You know? And, but I actually... a lot of people refuse to go on his show. And he's always been very kind to me, you know, in the green room and stuff, like, because I think he said to me, he kind of respects that I will go up, even under the toughest of circumstances, to kind of hold the line.
Well, but that's noticed. Anyone who watches political TV realises that you're often, and have been often, the mouthpiece that has to deal with the toughest interviews. But there's a lighter side to the job as well, isn't there? You don't have to just deal with Andrew Neil. I remember the footage when you took Will Smith, the Hollywood star, to Brixton.
Yeah.
That must have been incredible.
It was an extraordinary... It wasn't an average day at work. Put it that way. It was... I'd never seen anything like it before. And just going down Brixton Road and entire buses stopping, like the bus driver stopping the bus to look and wave at him, the whole of the bus, like everyone getting up from their seat on one side of the bus to you know, all grown men asking for selfies, and I was just like, I've never seen anything like it. And then I took him to one of the secondary schools just on the border of my constituency, and I walked in to introduce him, and the whole school had been assembled, and I'd said to the headmistress, I said, look, if word gets out that I'm bringing him, I won't be able to bring him because the whole place will be overrun. So she was the only person who knew. She hadn't told any member of staff. And then when I walked in, just people were just like... but when
you or Will Smith?
Well, this is the thing. So she introduced me to the school, 900 girls here. And she was like, right. And they were like, you could tell, they were like, why are we all being brought here? Miss, what are you wasting my time for? And all this, and I got up there and I could see the faces drop off. It's the MP bloke, I don't even know his name. And so I went up there and said...
And that was a Labour Party branch meet.
Yeah, exactly. It happens to me all the time. Deselect. But I said, I've got someone who I had the privilege of meeting recently and wanted to come and check out a bit of London. I want to bring him here. And I just want you to listen to him. And so I said, it gives me great pleasure, St Martin's here in Lambeth. I knew all the cameras were rolling, I forget the name in. And to introduce to you Will Smith. And the whole place just went crazy, absolutely crazy. For like 2 or 3 minutes, I said, how long is this going to go on for? He said, yeah, a few more minutes. But just, And no, it was incredible.
Because the great footage of it is everyone singing the Fresh Prince of BelAir.
Yeah.
In West Philadelphia.
Yeah, born and raised in the playground.
Where I spent
most of my days, chilling, relaxing, and
I think that's probably more than most people can remember.
Well, I was surprised. Most of the girls, I mean, the secondary school age, 11 through 18, they would, when the Fresh Prince of BelAir was big, a lot of them wouldn't even been born. And they all knew the words off by heart, But, I mean, the Fresh Prince of BelAir was just like, we grew up with it. I had a high top,
Did you? Proper flat top?
Yeah.
Like Kid and Play?
Yeah, but mine was, like, flat, not, like, slanted. Because some people have it slanted and leave a comb in their hair as well. That's how we rolled in way back when.
Oddly, I had a flat top as well.
Did you?
For a while, when I was about 9, yeah.
And look what's happened to us now.
I'm all right.
No hair.
I've always had a high forehead. That is a natural thing.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm guessing that the reaction you got with Will Smith was probably a bigger reaction than you'd have, say, going with Ed Miliband or anyone like that.
Different.
Because you were Ed Miliband's shadow business secretary.
I was, yeah.
For many years. Under a leader that a lot of people felt wasn't that pro-business. Was that quite a tough brief?
Ed was pro-business, but not any business. And actually, in fairness, I think it sometimes, was a struggle with business people because they didn't like being criticised.
So, would you say to Ed, look, Ed, our business message isn't resonating with business? It's key audience.
Yeah. I would say, look...
OK, so you be you and I'll be Ed.
Yes,
so,
yes, OK.
Chuka, well, it's great to see you. How's it going out there?
That's very good.
Come on, I mean... What's going on with businesses out there?
Well, Ed, in the end, they will feel what you say if you say it in the right way.
But Chuka, these people are predators. Are they? We need to pre-distribute.
They're producers, Ed.
Producers. I mean, I like a lot of producers. I like music producers. Why can't they be more like them? Is that what it was like?
No. Not quite.
Hello.
We think Diane James has just quit as UKIP leader.
We think Diane James has just quit as UKIP leader.
Really?
It's unconfirmed reports, but it looks like it might be happening. So we're wondering about just chucking a question in about it.
Whoa!
Do we know, what is that? All the information we have?
So on Twitter.
Check Twitter. Yeah. This is like live news, isn't it? I mean, a very unprofessional live news. You're watching News 24. Diane James has apparently resigned. I'm just going to check Twitter.
We'll ask a couple of questions. They might go in, they might not. We'll have to wait and see.
OK. We've just found out that Diane James has resigned as UKIP leader. We're just hearing that Diane James has resigned as leader of UKIP. That's news that's just coming through. Genuine. We're hearing this. That raises the prospect now that Nigel Farage potentially comes back as UKIP leader.
But he's training Trump in the US.
He is, but, I mean, training himself at the same time. Would you welcome Nigel back to the leadership of UKIP?
I'm not sure welcome is the right word, to be honest. He's, you know, I disagree with the guy. And I think, you know, his kind of take on our country and what it can be and what it has been, I just, you know, I think we're a fantastic country, but I'm not sure I would like to live in the kind of country that he wants to create here. And I'm not sure, maybe I don't know, you know, the kind of country that he would want to create, I'm not sure it'd be that welcoming of people like me.
Well, thanks for ending it on a high, mate. Sorry. Chuka, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us. Chuka Umunna, everyone. Thank you.